Hey, what's up guys? Today we're gonna do a canoe mod. So I've got my canoe set it up here, and I'm gonna do something I saw on Ray Goodwin's channel, where he took some line and drilled some holes throughout the side here and weaved it in and out to create some places to secure things on the inside or on the outside. So I think I'm gonna do something similar, and we'll see how it works. Probably not as good as his. I'll do it a little different because on the ends he zigzagged it around to make a place for the airbags, and I think I'll just continue my weave along the entire way. I would like to make it uniform throughout, however, because I've got my seats in here, I'm probably going to just make one long one around this, but in general I'll keep the others short. So what we have is, I just got my drill bits. I probably only need this big one here. That's about the size for the rope that I got. I actually don't like this color, but it was cheap, and I wanted something kind of plasticky that, can withstand some wear and tear. It had a pretty strong load rating. I got this tube stuff, which fits around the rope like a little sheath that I want to experiment with on the inside. That's what Ray did. It's got a couple of clips and carabiners, some cheap stuff, sandpaper if I need to sand up the holes, just to measure and mark, drill, and just some cutting implements if I need them. So yeah, let me get measured out and see what it's going to look like. Measuring tape here, just to get a gauge. I think Ray did it from the outside of the canoe, but because these seats are in the way and I want to make sure I get close and accurate to them, I'm going to just measure from the inside. I'll put a dot here and then take it down wherever I need it. So what I've tried to do is keep my ins and outs pretty consistent, the same. I think I want a 4-inch loop on the inside, and so what I'm going to do is from the middle seat, I'm going to go out from there. This is, what is it, 29 inches. So I'm going to do 4 and 4 basically, 4 on the inside, 4 on the outside, except for the middle one, that's going to be 5. So I'll mark it, right here. So what I should have here is an inside, and then out, in, and the long ones out, in, out. So that should give me 4 loops on the inside. And over here, this one is the back seat, so it's going to be slightly wider. I believe I counted, let's see, 84 inches over to 115, which gives me 31 inches. So what I'm going to have to do here is 4 in and 5 on the outside. So these will just be spaced slightly farther apart.
So that's 84. Oh, it's not showing up, it's all wet there, that's okay. And then I'll have to do 88. And this one will be the outside, so this will be 5, which will take me to 93. And that'll take me to, on the inside now is 97, on the outside this will be 5, that's 102. The inside, it's 4, 106, outside, add 5, 111. And then this will be the inside, 115. 111 must be dull.
All right, cool. And so then here, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna go 4 and 4 and 4 until I get to as far up as I can go. That'll be fine.
So I'll start with 34 right here, and then 30. And by the way, if these are not exact, nobody's going to be measuring, I hope. If they are, then get a life. And now what I'm going to do is
finish up there because my tape measure isn't long enough, and then I'll flip the boat and do symmetrical marks on that side. Got all my tiny little dots all along the entire length of both sides, and before I drill into my boat, because drilling into a boat sounds like a terrible idea, I'm going to literally trace with my finger where they're going to make sure the rope will go the way I want it to go, so I can measure twice and cut once, and then I'll drill. So now before I drill in, I'm going to do a couple of test drillings. I've got this old plastic screw container, so I'm going to drill a hole through it and make sure it's the right size. The last thing I want to do is drill a hole bigger than necessary. All right, so I got some different holes here. This is the middle one, the one I thought it was going to be, the 3/8 inch. It's a perfect, where's my camera? There you go, perfect snug fit. The 1/2 inch was way too big, and the 5/16 was way too small. So that's going to be a good hole, and it looks like it's going to be a snug fit for my rope. So that's what I'm going to use in all of them. All right, I finished cutting the holes, as you can see. So they're nice and pretty, and they ended up being pretty close to the thingy, gunwale, I don't remember what it's called. And you can see on the inside, they're very close, which I don't know, it might make them hard to use, but at the same time, I want them to be out of the way. So, you know, if they're just right underneath this, then they're not gonna be getting tangled on things. It's out of the way. Okay, so now we're starting to see the idea take shape. Now I haven't pulled these tight yet because I'm still working on it. I just gotten started. We've got our tubing, and it creates a kind of little hold there. You can strap things to, you know, it pushes it out a little bit. Now I've got two examples here. This one, so this is a 4-inch section of drill, but this is a 6-inch piece, so it pushes it out a little bit, and that way even when I pull it pretty tight, it's not gonna pull it down too far, so you still got access to that. And this one's 6-inch, this one's 5-inch, so it sticks out just a tad. It's not as obtrusive, and I kind of like it because of that. It's very hidden, but you still have access to it. Makes it a little harder to get to, so I might do a couple of each and experiment with them. Now the thing about this is it's built into the weave, so you really kind of have to plan out what you want to do, because you have to pull this entire thing through, and then I think I'll just knot it at the very end, pull the entire 100-foot through, and go from there. So I need to plan out where I want my smaller 5-inch loops and where I want my bigger 6-inch loops. And I actually don't think I have enough of this, so I might have to go to the store and get some more. So I decided to go with the 5-inch, the narrower ones on the nose of the canoe. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure from, and by the way, I'm cutting these all at an angle because it helps it to sit into place kind of. So anyway, it's hard to do with the phone. So I'm gonna put that at 1, the long tip, and then I'm gonna mark here, can't hold it, mark at the other 5-inch, put a little mark right here, that's all I need. And then I'm going to just make sure my long tips line up. So I'm going to cut this way. Does that make sense? Yeah. This is so hard to do with one hand. Remind me to not do that again. So that's what my piece is going to look like. And then I'm going to, okay, so I've got my rope here. This is on the inside, so I'm going to want to put this sleeve onto it. So I got to get my end here. Now right now I've got like 100 foot of this, so it's a little bit time intensive because of that. But it'll hopefully, as I get going, oh my goodness. Anybody who has one hand, I have the utmost respect for you. Okay, and then I'll just snake it through here. I'll weave it through the next hole. And I burned the tip to make it a little easier to fit through. I might need to burn it again as it gets frayed. And then it's gonna pull, and so it's on there. Just keep pulling, keep pulling. Boom. All right, so I'm gonna do that. This first section, I'm gonna do 2 more 5-inchers, and then I'm gonna do those 6-inchers in the middle, where it's a little wider. About a quarter of the way done. I've done the first 2 sections. So I've got, well, I guess about a quarter. So now is the time for me to decide whether I like it this way or not, because it's very easy, but it's kind of time consuming. So right here, I've got the 6-inch loops, and over in the front, those are the 5 inches. So I think that they're gonna be okay. These 6-inch loops, they might actually be too big. I do like them, they're really easy to get to, easy to hook something into it, but it might not be necessary. But I think I will continue like this. So I ended up deciding to do the back section with the loops as well, the 5-inch loops, and I like the way it's turning out, but it did mean that I ran out, so I need to get a little bit more before I finish. Got back from the store, picked up some more of this stuff. So this tubing right here was $5, so between this new one I got and the old one that's already on, that's $10. And this rope was $10. This was 3/8 inch. I think it was 50 foot long. It's like 220 pounds. So in all, $20, and probably like an hour of labor weaving them all and drilling. Okay, I've finished. Now all I need to do is clean up the boat and tighten it up. Actually, I need to start from the end of the stopper and go around and pull every side tight. You know, there's probably about a foot of slack. Like, look at this right here. You know, I need to get them all tighter. So I'm going to go around the whole perimeter and then tie a stopper knot at the final end. This is all one rope. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. Hopefully I'll be able to use it sometime soon. And all right, it's done. It's all tightened, a little cleaned out. I was afraid that orange and black line was going to look really ugly, and it's not that noticeable, so maybe it's okay. You could make it more expensive, you could do it cheaper, you could do more loops or less. I basically have the loops going all the way around, which I kind of like. It gives me a lot of flexibility, and I think they'll be out of the way. This canoe's so wide. I really didn't want to put anything on the top to interfere with the paddling or on this side, so I think that these lines will be well under and out of the way. They're not going to interfere. Here it is.